Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. In the last part, we took care of the Temple of the Fist and Kurgana Castle, and now it's time for the hunt for Omega. Arya, thank the heavens you're here. We need your help! Because you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Rhalgr's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say. We still haven't seen the blasted thing since it disappeared during the battle with Shinryu. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We know now that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands, and it was shackled with some very distinctive looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you know what could have done something like that, and the fact that the restraints were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. Mayhap it would be best if you came to the workshop and saw for yourself. So they have, in fact, set up a workshop here. Walk right past that quest, and hello, Diggs! Explanation, please? Surprise! So are we. He's been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not. How many times do I have to tell you? You will play no part in this investigation. Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make them any clearer. Of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the extent of our cooperation. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues. Not very chiefly of you, Chief. I'll have you know I'm a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. And I trust you'll thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. I will not have him on the roster, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His plan is to be terminated effective immediately. This Chief, we've already paid him in full. It wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5 what you get was the agreement. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is we could use his expertise now. Let's let him earn his keep at the very least. I don't believe this. You claim my whole HSI ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the Iron Ranks, and then pay him a sultan's ransom in advance. Him? Give me strength. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold. Then let's just go ourselves. Much as I admire your enthusiasm, hero, you will not get very far without some brains to complement your admirable brawn. Happily, I am blessed with the surfeit of the farmer. From this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone. With the realm savior watching my every move, I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which should surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Forgive me, Arya. It was not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, cannot deny that I would be glad to have you on board. The fact is, we are no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers, and even if it was damaged during its encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful that we will be able to disable it unaided. We have got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I, for one, would feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend? Yeah, you can count on me. Then it's settled. Chief! We have a problem. The aetheric concentration levels at the Yawn are soaring. Everything's doubled from one moment to the next, and by the time we went to check them, they're doubled again! What? But that could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. Biggs, Wedge, Arya, I need you with me at the Yawn, to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Alright, Chief. Watch yourself out there. Oh. Am I to stay in a mindless shop too? Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight. But before you fill the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks Creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten, not supremacy through elegant ingenuity. Breach this contract and I will have my pawns of flesh. Alright, so we have actually seen the Yawn before. It is just south of the Peering Stones. So let's go. So if there's any unexpected noises in my background, my laptop has been updating for the past hour with no clue when it'll finish, so no clue when it'll finish. Anyways, it's a short hop over from the Peering Stones to get where we want, and that doesn't look good. It really doesn't. Nope. What in the seven hells is going on here? A veritable sea of condensed ether. Our precious has been busy. What villainy is this? Slumber sweet have I lain since my offspring's war with man did end. Yet I could not choose but stir at this abhorrent stench. Have care, mortal, for within this great hollow lieth Omega. Long have we known one another. Our history spanneth eons and stars. Oh gods, what's happening? Chief, get out of there! You're not dead? Apparently not. Passed right through me, as if it were some sort of illusion. Tis one of Omega's creations. Omega is a weapon wrought in a place beyond the reach of thy kind, capable of weaving ether into life. That serpent is yet unfinished, but doubt not that it will become a corporeal threat ere long. Well, whatever it is, it's gone. What if this peculiar thing remains? Clay? Looks like a chocobo. And Quez like a chocobo. I'm thinking it's probably a chocobo. Quack. It's quite adorable. I'll give it that. Quack. The way it quays isn't unlike a chocobo, but it looks more like a stuffed doll to me. It's definitely a chocobo, trust me on this. The ones we Lalafels ride are all about this size, aren't they? Suppose alright, let's go with chocobo for now. Hello, you're a cutie. Thy mistress's blessing extendeth not to this creature's soul, then. Very well. As this matter concerneth Omega, I shall speak with it in thy stead. Quack! Arya, aren't you gonna introduce us to your knowledgeable little dragon friend? Well, you see, this is Mikar Stormer and blah 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 blah. What? The Mikar Stormer? Who fought and fell at the Battle of Silvertear Skies? And here I was, content to be traveling in the company of just one legend. Without wishing to offend you, hero, the father of dragons does have something you do not. That being relevant knowledge, there is much we could learn from him. Little and less is known about Omega's origin, and it first appeared in records dating back to the Third Astral Era, before the Elegant Empire reached its zenith. And some records had both the one thing to say, Omega activation successful. In the centuries that followed, the Elegants enjoyed rapid technological development, but there was nary a further mention of Omega until its capture of Bahamut. Its existence is a mystery upon mysteries, tale among tales. So it's always assumed that the Elegants built it, and I had no reason to believe otherwise. But now Midgard Stormer tells us it's not even of our world? Just so, it haileth from another star. More than that, I will not say. I've spoken with this being. It telleth of a strange plane beyond this hollow, wherein it did reside from the moment of its creation. For reasons unknown, it was ordered to fight, yet being weak, it chose flight instead, and thus crossed over into this world. Ordered to fight? By Omega? Why in the seven hells would it do that? To put its creations to the proof. If you would know more, go forth and look upon the truth with your own eyes. Wait, you're saying we should just jump in? You have not to fear from the fall. The hollow hath become a portal into Omega's domain. Once there, this being shall guide you. Servant of Hydaelyn, fate bindeth me to Omega. If it be thine intent to pursue it, I shall lend thee my strength. Got a little distracted by changing my laptop screen there, sorry. So you really can't show us around inside this hole, can you? Quack! Quack! Hello, solo instance. Well, I doubt any of us imagined things would come to this, but the Father of Dragons has given his assurance. Let's take our investigations into the Yawn. I've already apprised Jessie of our intent and instructed her to have our engineers on standby. Since we have no way of knowing what awaits us in there, I need you to be ready for anything. Are you? So yes, we do have a solo instance. Let us begin. What is this place? And what's wrong with us? I can see straight through me. Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals. I am Omega, and I have awaited your coming. I can communicate with you now via one of my monitors. You stand in the rift between dimensions, where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Bleep. Experiment? For my participation, you'll have to tell us a little more than that. We're disappearing! Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. Blip. It seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. I think it's fairly clear what we have to do, don't you? Chocobo, what should we do? Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha group. Welcome to the interdimensional rift. Looks like some manner of tower or egg. The aim of the experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. That which you identify as a chocobo is subject Alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignation is tentative, however, pending the assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fleshed test subjects. Your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Combat capabilities? You mean you want us to fight? Affirmative. A course shall be constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to fight your way. Your suitability will be confirmed upon reaching the Deltascape test world beyond. Please note, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with objects in the rift. Of your number, only Alpha has this at present. Before you may engage in combat, said authorization must be temporarily transferred to you. Bleep, bloop. An invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We're accepting it, of course. It is preferable with some summary erasure, as I'm sure you'll agree. Heck yeah! Let's do this. I want to punch something. Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiment. Will you transfer your authorization to us? Exit sent to authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. No telling what awaits. Stay sharp. So, where do we go exactly? Would help if there were a path? I think this one moves. Let's all gather at the center. Aha! Let the fun begin. It's one of those monitors. Shall we show our strength to it? Different to the ones earlier. Take the lead, Arya. We'll follow. So you can't actually fight that. You can try. It's invincible. I suspect we're about to find out. No, guys. Protected by some kind of barrier. Ooh, barriers are my specialty. I'll have this down before you know it. Now this is my kind of battle. Sheep, something's up with the cube. Something's really up with the cube. So we have a white flame. Oh, so it changes to a life form, and I'll have to look at that. We'll see this creature wedge. Keep up with the barrier. Biggs, watch his back. I'm working on it. So yeah, we just have to beat up this white flame. No problem. We got this. Okay, we're having another case of Brotherhood hits everything. Doesn't actually do anything. Alright, now what? No, we got another cube. Never mind, it seems they'll continue spawning so long as the monitor is operational. Ha! It's out of commission. The trick is to reverse the barrier's energy current. Well done, Wedge. That leaves just the enemy. Not bad. Chief, the second cube's about to turn. Fix it quickly and be on with it. Come on, Nero. You think you do more. You're not powered up since level 50. Come on, buddy. Oh, well. Okay. Well, now there's a thing here. Some kind of teleporter? Well, I can't interact with it. Give it a try. Hey, wait! Someone's eager. Come on, let's follow. Wonder what awaits. Yeah, sure. Make it so I literally have to be the last person there. Okay. I'm charging in, y'all. Right, some purchase before Budget Biggs, the monitor is yours. The rest of us will tend to the enemy. Whenever you're ready, Arya. I'm sitting here ready. Waiting for y'all. Thank you. Alright, so let's avoid this type tornado and that type tornado. Because it's apparently going to give windburn if we get hit by it. Alright, let's just repeat that. Damn, they're spawning fast. Hurry, Wedge! okay. Can these be slowed, I wonder? If I put on... Yeah, they can. So if you put on arm's length, these actually can be slowed. Neat. Of course, with the cooldown, doesn't do much, but hey, little tank thing there. At least get something out of it, right? At least get some. That or another one down and out. Am I informed today or what? There you are, right? Now give us a moment. We'll clean things up. Look, another teleporter. I'm gonna be lost again, right? Moving along like clockwork. Well, of course, we're mortal. Okay, that actually didn't make much sense. Oh, I see something in that one. Search ahead, up ahead, that must be the Deltascape. And there are 2 monitors, 10 gill scissors, more cubes too. Take focus, we're almost there. Biggs, this time you get a monitor as well, are ya? You know what to do. I should think I'm no less qualified to tinker with these toys. I guess I don't need AoE specifically, but I'm doing it. Because I'm like forgetting. Have care, I sense a formidable presence. Oh, hello. You're a big boy. A behemoth? We're gonna have to roll up our sleeves, aren't we? Alright, let's avoid this trounce here. Not one for half measures, hey, Omega. Give me all his things. Give me a way to, positional or something. Oh, jeez. Let's avoid that. Let's just not be in front there. I like that plan. Let's go some Acheron, some more of these little teleporters type things. Drag! I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of the Behemoth. Because the Ecliptic Meteor, I think, is meant to, like, kill me, so I'd rather not. Haha, yes! My one is down. Mine too! That should take care of the cubes. Great work, you two. Arya, Nero, just a little further. That's our goal, the Deltascape, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think is waiting for us in there? Omega said it groups subjects by dimension. The creatures we fought on the way were merely intended to separate the wheat from the chaff. It would seem certain that far greater challenges await inside these egg-like objects. Our fellow test subjects most like. I'm not certain what to make of that castle. Could it somehow be connected to the subjects? Quay! Alpha! But hold on a moment. Shouldn't either one or the other of us be translucent? Subject confirmed to have arrived at the Deltascape. Analysis complete. Congratulations! You are approved for participation. Your strength places you in the substance tier as Alpha, the feeblest and farthest removed from myself. Nonetheless, you are now fully fledged test subjects. Welcome, weakest of challengers. As corporeal life forms, you need not undergo development within a test world. Instead, you may use this space freely. Not quite what I would have chosen, but one must make do. Speaking of which, what is that we're supposed to do exactly? You are to enter the Deltascape and defeat all test subjects within. Please note, however, the strength in numbers will not be acknowledged. There's a strict limit upon how many entities may participate in combat. Only a small party may have existential authorization transferred from Alpha. Good luck. Blip. So the eggs do contain our fellow test subjects, just as I predicted, eh, Garland? Before we turn our thoughts to the Deltascape, I suggest we set up a base of operations here. Alright. Wait, did I just... Yeah, it just goes on its own, okay. And somewhat cobbled together, but it should suffice as a base of operations. Take heart, old friend. Though every step we take seems to raise more questions, we will wade through this mire of mysteries. Eventually, of that, I have no doubt. Alright, into the Deltascape. Right then, what to do next? We know that Omega is conducting tests to determine the strongest being, but we do not know its ultimate purpose, nor even its exact whereabouts. Plainly, however, it is within Omega's power to curtail our stay here whensoever it chooses. Accordingly, we have little choice but to proceed as bidden and defeat the test subjects waiting in the Deltascape. Hey, Alpha! Well, Alpha certainly seems keen, though it might be best if you left the fighting to others, little one. Quinn? That is, of course, assuming others are willing. What say you, old friend? If it's for the Chocobo. This promises to be a most entertaining foray, and I would not dream of missing any part of it. You may rely on me to provide you with remote support. With commendable foresight, I took the liberty of borrowing the various monitors that were lying about around and shall extract all information I can from them. Quick! 'Tis a pity Nalva speaks Chocobo. As I recall, though, we are supposed to have Alpha transfer his authorization to us prior to engaging in combat. In which case, Arya, you'll need him to accompany you into the Deltascape, see to your preparations, and proceed whenever you're ready. Quack! Alpha. I gotta make the party here. Quack! Alpha seems eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape V1.0 whenever you are ready. Deltascape V1.0 is now accessible. There we are. Alright, do you hear me? Your opponent's called Altroy. No idea what the name means, but good luck! Alright, they're like 200% just gonna rush in right at the very start, so I have to try and hit things ASAP here. Ow. They didn't actually rush in at the very start. Cool. Normally, they do not sit here like this, tanks. Oh, they're disconnecting. That's what the reason why. Alright, so Altroy Alright. Yeah, so welcome to FF5. Heard you like FF5, so welcome to it. We're here. I guess I should be paying attention to my chakra. So Flame is just going to be a basic area-wide AoE, followed up by spawning some flames. Roar is just another basic one, and then the flames are going to enlarge, and we want to actually be away from them, like so. And then it's going to spawn ones on the outer ring. And actually, at this point, I'm going to want to go ahead and hold a shoulder tackle. And you're going to want to be right next to the boss, because you're going to do a blowing thing, which is going to make the flames move, and then they'll explode. There's also a safe spot in the middle. As you can see where that white mage is over there. That's actually fine where it was, but okay, sure, a little bit. That's about all there is. That was Tank Buster, that tail whip thing. Twin Bolt, oh god. This is really on the off tank. Actually, just defensively use Riddle of Earth there. Yeah, it's supposed to be on the off tank, and apparently it was on me. So cool. Alright, so the ground is about to turn into ice. And god damn it, Flame Mage, why did you not move? Your DPS is not more important. Alright, so anyway, stack happening there. Want to make sure you stack for it. And yeah. Alright, so he's about to go into the classical elements. I was supposed to 4 elements, but it's a classical element, so this is going to be sort of his ultimate kind of thing. We're going to go flame into ice, into lightning, and so on. I think that's the order. Yeah, so here's ice. Downburst. Hi, I'd like to not have to move. Thank you. I was actually going to be on the side right there, so yeah. And, well, yeah, that's pretty much outright. Twin Bolt, yeah, it goes with whoever's closest, and now that Dancer's closest, so have fun. Delia is supposed to be the off tank, though, not DPS. Well, kind of difficult when you don't have an off tank, turns out. Alright, so now we're gonna go chaining the flames. And also gonna do another breath wing here, so again, get nice and comfy with Alroy. Out of range. Whatever. Good enough. Don't know why they had this obsession with moving it. I tend to like just keeping it on the wall like that. You can let the melee still can reach their positions with that, so. Anyways, that's Deltascape V1. Oh, bye everyone. I don't think the thing can drop here, so I'll just take those, why not? Okay. Well done, my friend. We were lucky enough to witness every moment of your struggle via the Deltascape's various surveillance devices. I dare say we had a better view than you did. Gaining control over them was the extent of our accomplishments for this outing, though I suppose we did also learn your adversary's name. Rest assured, however, that there will be plenty more such outings. Preliminary analysis suggests that there are 4 combatants in the Deltascape all told, including your friend Altroy, which means you'll be required to win 3 further bouts with Deltas 2 to 4 in this test world alone. Needless to say, there are plenty more such worlds in the Rift, holding the remaining 85 subjects between them. Plainly, our host has come to no small amount of trouble. Why it is so obsessed with determining the strongest being is another question. Omega seeketh to improve itself, to evolve. This was ever its primary directive. Through contending with mighty foes, it groweth stronger. Having vanquished the vile simulacrum you call Shinryu, a greater adversary was needed. In the absence of such a being, it had but to create one. So in the name of self-improvement, it wants to make a new playmate, and it chose to undertake the task here to avoid outside interference, yes? In part, the making of life is now Omega's primary function. It bringeth complex beings into the corporeal realm only at great cost to itself. As such, it employeth this plane to test unfinished works, that it might determine a single entity worthy of creation. If I understand you correctly, the moment Omega's grand experiment is complete, I'll give birth to a creature mightier even than Shinryu, and then proceed to fight it. God help us if a battle of that scale should come to pass. The powers unleashed will be enough to bring about another calamity. Assuming the dragon has arrived at it, all the test subjects must needs be works in progress, save for ourselves, of course. And how do we explain Alpha? As I recall, manifested corporeal outside the rift. And again, it is hardly the most complex of creatures. Mayhap it was finished by accident. Don't you make fun of Alpha! He's a good boy! Don't you forget it! If it hadn't been for him, we would have all been erased. He may not be strong, but he's brave and reliable and adorable! Changing the subject for a moment, Chief. After you lost track of Omega, you said you re-engaged the stasis systems, yes? Means something somewhere isn't working like it should. I only asked because me and Wedge have done pretty much all we can here, and we're wondering if it might be worth going to Cartano to look into it. That would be a great help. Nero and I can handle things at this end. We'll be off then. Don't do anything I want into it. And you be a good boy, Alpha. Do as you're told and look after Arya for me. Quack! A catastrophe waiting. We must pray that Biggs and Wedge are able to repair the stasis system. If they can, we'll have little choice but to see Omega's experiment all the way to its further conclusion. A tall order, I concede, and one that would require you to prove yourself the mightiest being in creation. Well, we must hope for the best and plan for the worst, which in this case means pressing on with the foot task. Are you ready for the next foray? One moment, Chief. My analysis is yet incomplete, but it would seem Subject Delta 2 is capable of manipulating gravity. How fortunate then that I but recently chanced to assemble something which might mitigate its effects. An anti-gravity gimbal. May it serve you well. Alpha! Quack, quack! Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape V2 whenever you are ready. And it's now accessible. Come on, I was hoping that would actually open the duty finder, but it didn't. Alright, that wasn't as bad of a wait. it is, Catastrophe, a fitting name for the Havoc who will Dallas wreak. Have fun now! Alright, same thing. I bet they're gonna rush right in right away. Alright, so we're also going to want to hit the Gimble basically from the start. Since, well, yeah, we want it at the start. Let's just put it that way. We're going to avoid his ground AoEs, his grade-wise, which aren't very damaged. We only do get to avoid them. Earthquake, you will want to be floating here. Otherwise, you get vulnerability as some of the others kindly prove for us. Alright, so it's going to manipulate gravity, but we're going to want to hit it here right away again. Evil Sphere is one of the tank busters. There's actually two, so it's going to pull you strongly, which is why you want to be floating, because if you're not, you'll start going 6 floats under, and if you do not float by the time you reach the bottom, it's death. Another 100 Gs. One more time. The gravitational manipulation. I think this is how this fight goes. Yeah, so he's gonna put a stack on someone and then force float them. So to stack with them, you do have to be floating. Alright, that was the other tank buster right there, that little conal bit. Alright, 100 Gs. We don't need to as liberally use the gimbal now. Nigel Probe! This is going to put a bunch of tentacles in the arena. Because tentacles, I guess. So we're going to actually want to pay attention to these tentacles. I'm really bad at paying attention to them. So Epicenter are going to all start shaking. So they're reacting to the land's energy. And we want to watch for the one that stop first. Which is going to be over here, actually. Actually, it's going to be all but the one the tanks are at. I was in range. God damn it. Barely in range, though. Like, my toe was in range. Alright, Anti-Light. So Anti-Light is going to put up these. We are going to want to float here and then also be prepared for a look-away effect. If you're not looking away, you will be petrified. So, to determine if you need to float or not when it does Anti-Light, it's going to be based on, well, you'll be able to see it, actually. It's based on color, but otherwise it's based on where it is. There will be one higher, one lower. I got another anti-light coming up here. So even though we're still floating, it's fine, it's fine. So the safe spot here, if the tanks bother to go for it, is right in the middle, because we're going to be pulled down. And if you are getting hit by that, you get petrified. Which, well, half the group did. Because mechanics are for cars. Alright, so more tentacles. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to do the thing for this one. Yeah, sure. Be impatient. Red man. The land's energy is going to gather once more. So this one is actually safe this time. Okay, I don't know why the tank was running over to a not safe one, even though it's clearly not safe. But hey. It is what it is, I suppose. imposing performance made possible by my anti-gravity gimbal. Unless you wonder, you are not supposed to be able to descend on your own volition. The device worked quite as intended. It just was intended for use on living... Well, let's just say it wasn't exactly intended. Its intended use. At any rate, that's another mighty foe laid low, and may I say that I had every faith you would succeed. The Croak Queen. Hey, Alpha! Queen! I thought we'd be hearing from Biggs and Wedge for a while yet. Shall we push on here in the meantime? Reliable as ever. Without further ado, then, let's move things along. According to the analysis, your next opponent, Delta 3, is to be named Halicarnassus. Halicarnassus, you say? The Queen of Dimensional Castle? What's this? You know of her? You mean you don't? Well, I suppose a blue-blooded brat such as you would have no interest in humble folk tales. Here's a lesson is in order. Halicarnassus is a character from an ancient fable. In the tale, she is one of the chief antagonists, and as such, things are wont to unfold. She meets her end at the hands of the heroes. Incurably valiant youths, not unlike our adventurer friend here. Literary historians have speculated that the tale could be loosely based on events which took place in the Fourth Astral Era, but little remains of that age, and there is no way to prove the claim. Indeed, most now assume the story is to be a work of pure fiction. You mean to tell me that Omega is populating its grand experiment with fictional characters? It would seem your understanding is yet lacking. Scant grasp have I of that which men know and know not. Mark me then, Omega hath no soul, no mind's eye in which to envision a rival. To bring forth new life must needs draw upon that which hath already been, as its every creation being another conception. This limitation is concealed by the breadth of its experience. It possesseth the means to retain the knowledge of entire eras, and not only of this reflection, yet perceiveth not this knowledge as we do. Fact, fiction, the distinction holdeth no meaning for Omega. All is equal in his eyes. If a thing is logical, it can be created. That such a wondrous weapon should exist surpasses my wildest imaginings, and they were wild indeed. Well, I gather not everyone shares my excitement. What's the matter, Garland? Lost your nerve. Quiet, Nero. We adults are thinking. But mayhap now is not the time. Arya said she was ready to continue, and so am I. Let's deal with Halicarnassus. Oh, tier 3. Tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. Quack! Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape V3 whenever you are ready. Oh, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. Okay. Of course, it pops as soon as I'm like, oh, let's take a bowl of snack. Fools are these who have entered my domain. No matter, I remain here for my pleasure. Tier 3. 3, tier 3, tier 3. So I've been saying this because, yep, there it goes. There is no escape. You shall be a pawn in my games unto death. Alright, so Ribbit, you want to be out from in front. Oh no, am I about to lose a bet? Dang it! No, I did lose a bet! Yes! I made a bet. I was betting that at least 2 people got toted there, and yes, they got toted. 2 got toted. I win. Mwahaha. Anyway. Alright, so Spellblade Holy, we are going to want to do 2 people will have a single target on them. The rest will want to stack up. Following this will be Spellblade Blizzard 3. You want to be out so you do not get frozen, followed by Spellblade Fire 3, which you want to be in or way out to not get a burn on you. Yeah, so this fight is pretty much just on the same tier of Laxmi, especially Laxmi Extreme. Alright, so we're gonna kind of pile up on the butt there so that we can bait those clonals. So these demons are gonna do an AoE around them, and then we have bait clonals that happen so that, you know, it can happen. And the glory is going to change here. It's going to have a shield, a cross, and 2 swords. You want to split up based on your class. So us being DPS, we want to be on the sword, one of the swords. You have 2, which, yeah. Let the board be changed. You understand the rules, you're clever. I like clever people. Alright, so now my dance brings the board to life. So we want to make sure we are on the blue squares here. The scaler might actually prove exactly why. Because if you're not, you get knocked into the air like so. But please, why are you not cooperating with me? Alright, so now a great dragon. That was green. A great dragon spawns. We want to take care of this. It's going to have some tank clonals. We want to not be in these when they happen. Dance brings the board to life. Once again, the sign to make sure you're on a blue square. Another Spellblade Blizzard. Let's go ahead and do that. And followed by fire, but there's not going to be a holy follow-up this time. So here's the thing. There is a whole crud ton. Let's have a race. Run fast as you can. So this is going to force march us in a direction. Actually, you can tell which way it's going to be based off the particular move she uses. But yeah. So we are going to actually have to show this fight and 2 unsinks because there is a whole crud ton more to her fight there. You just, like, don't see it 99% of the time. Oh, well, there goes all the stuff in my inventory because I guess the, Orchestrion did not drop. Oh yeah, because they only opened the chest to get the Orchestrion. Thanks, people! Cool, I got a commendation. Yippee! Woohoo! Glad you're safe, Arya. For a moment there, I feared you might croak. Forgive me, you deserve better than that. Thanks to you, we are about 1 victory away from clearing the Deltascape. Take as much rest as you need, old friend. You've deserved it. You've earned it. Whichever. Avoid at all costs. Hi, Alpha! Next battle is with Subject Delta 4. This test world's final wrestlement. From what I've been able to gather, your opponent is, and I quote, a great tree born of an amalgamation of evil will, which assumes the form of a dark mage, all of which I suggest you ignore. His name is Xdeath, and he plays the role of chief antagonist in another ancient tale. Though I was unable to glean the specifics of his abilities, he appears to command the power of the void, as indeed the story states. When I first encountered the work, I naturally assumed said power to be a metaphor of sorts. I'm quite sure Omega will have interpreted it as something more tangible. The last amount of analysis can tell us what may happen when Xdeath calls upon the power of the void, which is to stay, beware. Tell me something, Yarl. What happens at the end of the tale? Why, good triumphs over evil and the heroes defeat Xdeath, of course. What did you expect? I expected exactly that, which is precisely what troubled me earlier. If the heroes won, why did Omega not make them its test subjects? If it seeks to determine the strongest being, why would it bother with those who were defeated? Okay. Moment. Link Pro. Ah, Biggs. At the control room, are you? What news? I see. Very well. I'll tell the others. You two take care over there. Sorry for the interruption. That was Biggs. It reports that the stasis system shows every sign of being engaged, despite the fact that it clearly isn't. It can only be a malfunction. While we were able to turn it off, it would seem the reverse is... it would seem the reverse is not possible. The system may have taken damage during the calamity. Does it look like it can be repaired? Hard to say. They tell me it seems complex, even by elegant standards. Well, they may be able to fix it. There's no telling how long it may take. Well then, we must keep on fighting the good fight here, must we not? I am way too happy about that. Neo has the right of it. At this time, focusing on Xdeath would seem to be our only recourse. The Chocobo certainly has no objections. Come then, I would see you follow in the footsteps of the heroes of the tale. Alpha is the picture of resolve. You may enter Deltascape V4 whenever you are ready. No, I didn't even know I could pull it up right there. Cool. Finally, it is in my grasp. Power to control all creation, the power of the void. Buttons real quick here, I'm sure. Yeah. Ha ha ha! You shall all be given to the void! Doom! So Doom is gonna go on. The healers need to issue an ASAP, otherwise anyone afflicted will die. Alright, so that was a regular blizzard there. That's very important. So Thunder 3 is going to be a tank buster. The tanks ideally would be spread apart there, not grouped up, but you know, they apparently want to group up. Fire 3! We need to spread with this. Anyone with the marker anyway needs a spread. May as well actually use this. Fire 3! So we are going to want to stop hitting! Stop moving! Stop doing anything! So of course everyone does stuff as soon as it happens and takes much damage. So the size of battle, really? That's all we're gonna get? We're gonna do much damage. Oh no, that's actually bad. So proximity, let's go. I like to make sure I'm moving during the proximity, and we do not want to be in front of that head, else we will be zombied, which I believe makes us run around like a crazy person. All right, so holy stack. Back. And flare markers. Flare, these are proximity ones. We saw these in A11. You can make sure you're spread out to do the least amount of damage to the group. And ideally, the tank would turn this guy around, please. Meteor, just general AoE. I really don't like this where the thing is being tanked. Especially because of Thunder 3. The black hole! This is going to put things in the area. We want to avoid them. Like literally black holes in the area. good boy. Okay, seriously, tanks, drop. Blizzard 3! Move, 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 move. Okay, we're moving. We're good. Okay, seriously, tank, I really don't like how you're tanking this. I really don't. Alright, Thunder 3, this is regular ones, this is the Tank Buster format. I would like to see the not Tank Buster one, ideally. Black Hole, are we not? Oh my gosh, don't tell me we're gonna have to add this one to the list too. We might have to add this one to the list. Can't believe it. Fire 3, again! Do not move. Kind of snuck that in there. Other flare. We are not going to see it. Wow. We aren't seeing it. So there was a move there he could have used called Vacuum Slash. It's a knockback, which I know is why the tank was tanking the crappy way they were, but you can arm's length it, not get knocked back. Half the group usually gets knocked off. Why? The boy was mine to command! Yeah, it has a knockback on it, and that's the main thing. And the other thing we didn't see was the Thunder 3 off the Void. This is just get out. Get away from Xdeath. It's an AoE around him. And that's Xdeath. That's Deltascape. Oh, hey. I can really get the minion here, apparently. Yay! Yeah, the minion is, like, usually just hits the floor nowadays. I got 2 commendations for my grumbling about the tank and how he was tanking it. I think the gods are safe. When the shell around this place began to crack, we feared the worst. Given that all of us are present and corporeal, does this mean this area is no longer the Deltascape? Beep! Deltascape shutdown complete. Alpha Group is victorious. Congratulations. Your combat record has been archived for future matchmaking. Results from other test worlds are still pending. In the meantime, please tend to your hurts and await further instructions. Blip. And with that, we've taken a significant step towards solving the mystery that is Omega. It hasn't been easy, but all in all, I'd say things are proceeding rather smoothly. We couldn't have done it without you, old friend. Come, let's return to reality and enjoy what rest we can. Things are proceeding smoothly indeed. Too smoothly. "'Tis well that thou harborest doubts, mortal, but they are misplaced. Omega could have conducted his tests in complete secrecy, unbeknownst to all. Yet not only did it betray his presence to you, it allowed you to come this far. Alpha, what art thou truly? Adorable. The instrument of the mortal's triumph, or the bait that lureth them unto the abyss. Eh? Thou knowest not thine own purpose. Then we can but watch and wait. Ah. The outcome unexpected. Projections gave Delta subjects the upper hand. Outcome supports hypothesis. As previously observed, certain beings may unleash hidden potential when subjected to stress. Initiating new test. Subject alpha group members to severe stress. Searching database for suitable event. The event found. The death of a comrade. Feels good to be back on solid ground. Thank you again, old friend. You did well too, Alpha, fearlessly going into battle whenever you were called upon. We're glad to have you with us. Speaking of which, are you comfortable joining us out here? Quinn! I'll take that as a yes. Well then, at the risk of obeying Omega's orders, I suggest we permit ourselves a moment's respite. But mayhap I should take this opportunity to compile the results of our investigation thus far. No rest for the righteous. The anomaly. Right then, let's head back to Rhalgr's Reach. Jesse will want to know exactly what we've been up to. Alright, let's head there. Welcome back, Arya. I'm told you have been blazing a trail for us. The way I hear it, our investigation would have long since grown to a halt without you. Realize you're mostly interested in saving the world, but I want you to know how much I appreciate you helping the company out like this. Frankly, we need all the help we can get, but with our esteemed president diving headlong into the jaws of danger without a word or warning to anyone, irresponsible doesn't even begin to describe it. You didn't tell her. I did, after a fashion. No, I may have exercised some executive discretion. I'm no stranger to your lone endeavors or your habit of confusing personal and company interests. But just because you've always done things a certain way doesn't make it the right way. And until you wake up to your responsibilities, I'm going to keep reminding you of them. But such irks and manners aside, you're the most adorable little thing. Okay. He followed you here of his own free will, did he? Which is basically part of the family. And why wouldn't he grant us exclusive rights to use his likeness? Shall we start off with a simple clockwork version, like queuing up in the streets? Oh, you get. Why the someone has gotten into you? Listen, if I've caused you any distress, I apologize, but will not have you comment on our guest marketability. Or make some lunch. Shouldn't they be back by now? Oh, I thought you might have sent them off on another unauthorized mission. Last I heard from them, they said they were scouring Omega Control for anything useful. Would have been a good while ago now, though. I don't like the sound of this. Though we have all necessary permissions, the area is technically a theater of war, and one littered with unknown elegant artifacts to boot. Something may well have befallen them. We best take the Excelsior and go and find them. Leaving again so soon. No, Arya, I want you to accompany the chief. Make sure he doesn't do anything rash or take any detours. Consider it done. I shall bring him back, even if I have to drag him by the goggle straps. Quick! 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 Well, I come along, eh? It's probably for the best. If we leave you here, Jesse is liable to make a mold of you. Quack? Right, let's get moving. I'll bring the airship to Gridania. Wait for me at the landing. Looks like we're all here. Let's make haste to the Carton Flats. Go on ahead to the control room, Arya. We'll follow as soon as we've moored the Excelsior. This looks bad. Seven hells, big as wedge. Are you alright? Answer me. She? Arya? A monster, appeared out of thin air. Lit! Targets exhibit vital signs. Mission failed. However, Alpha Group members exhibit heightened levels of stress. Objective fulfilled. Omega! You set that thing upon them? Affirmative. I was able to create simple life forms instantaneously at any temporal or spatial coordinate. Such beings may pose a negligible threat to you, however... they are more than sufficient to grievously wound or kill a majority of your kind. I could instigate a massacre at any time, and you would be powerless to prevent it. Do I think I should impose it? Quantity over quality? Negative. My objective remains unchanged. Evolution through formidable opposition. However, in the course of seeking suitable subjects, I observed an anomaly. Those whom you call heroes. History shows numerous instances of otherwise unremarkable individuals who have defeated vastly superior beings who triumph in the face of apparently impossible odds, who perform what are popularly termed miracles. This has occurred too frequently to be dismissed as mere statistical aberration. I seek to understand this phenomena. Should it prove to be of benefit, I will incorporate it into my own evolution. It is for this purpose that I brought you to my domain. Still putting on a show. The Yawn and planting off in our midst was but a part of your grand plan. By your victories, you have demonstrated the self-same anomaly. You are fit to remain my subjects. You will continue participating in my experiment. Withdraw, and I will commence the extermination of your kind. This is an order, a threat, a declaration of war. I am an enemy to all life upon this star. It would seem we have much to ponder. First things first, we must tend to our friends quickly. Help me carry them. Garland and Alpha took our 2 wounded to the Conjurer's Guild. Chief bids me lend a hand, so I suppose I shall take myself there too. You mean well to return to Rhalgr's Reach and report to Jesse. Alright, back to Rhalgr's Reach. Arya, I heard there was trouble. What in the 7 hells happened? What? Omega, Lucifina, and Biggs and Wedge? Talking about people's lives like it was all a game? This is madness. Sir, will they be alright? The worst has passed, but they still drift in and out of consciousness. They'll remain in the Conjurer's care for a time. Then all we can do is wait and pray. Strike me down for a fool. I should have been more mindful of the dangers. I should never have. What? Activate Omega? You know as well as I do that there was no other way to defeat Shinryu. But is this truly any better? All of mankind is being held at ransom. That's the one who activated Omega. I bear the responsibility. Your responsibility. Just the kind of thing that the new you would say. You're deluding yourself, Garland. We are scientists, not heroes. Even you must conclude your talents to an extent to combat. The old you understood this far better. He only looked forward and gave himself wholly to science. And then you changed. You saw yourself a pacifist and started spreading tripe about using the proper uses of technology. So it was in the wake of your old man's mishap at Bosja, I believe. Calm yourself. All I wish to say is embrace who you are, a man who devotes his mind to making the impossible possible. With a little prospect of restoring the stasis system, I am afraid we have no recourse but to continue to participate in Omega's task. So we make our summer has arrived, but we face a legion of foes from history, both real and imagined. Though I may not be the one who charges into the fray, I shall fight beside you as best I know how. That said, it will inevitably fall to you to administer the coup de grace, my old friend, so please, for Biggs and Wedge and all of us, don't lose. Quack! 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 I reckon the little scamp is trying to encourage us. We've fallen far indeed to earnest pity, said the former tribunus. Until such time as Omega next extends us an invitation, you will find me analyzing the data from our investigation. Good morrow to you. Before they were attacked, Bishop Wedge discovered a tombstone. I shall examine its contents and make the information available in the terminal over there as I extract it. Feel free to refer to it whenever the occasion arises. There's no telling when Omega will summon us, but we must all see that we are ready when it does. If you're not, old friend, we'll get through it together, somehow or another. I just want to hug Alpha! I just want to hug him. So cute. Oh my gosh, I can hug him! I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Hug. Must hug Alpha! Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. Okay, we have more important business. Initializing. Welcome. How may I assist you today? Access the Savage Initiative. Beep. Good morrow, valued employee. Thank you always for your tireless efforts. Tell me, are you interested? Are you getting enough rest? Are you sleeping and eating well? Are your eyes not blurry from overuse? No comment. Here at the Colonel, our work to your well-being is our priority. To that end, we have introduced a program to address work-related stress. Dubbed the Savage Initiative, for we must be savage and stress, it adds a touch of relaxation to the daily grind. For its maiden feature, we are pleased to bring you mending melodies, songs that soothe the body and soul. This particular piece was composed and recorded for our benefit by a minstrel of no small renown. It has been proven to possess potent healing properties and promises to promote happiness as well as stimulate creativity. Please be forewarned, however, that prolonged exposure may overstimulate the imagination, leading to the augmentation of one's memory. It is recommended that you enjoy the song in moderation. With that, I bid you a fulfilling day of striving for freedom through technology. Deltascape Savage is now accessible. However, before we talk about that, we have a couple things to go take care of. First and foremost, hug the alpha. Okay, I had to. Second, I'll be back. First things first, let's talk Deltascape V2. So we did see a fair chunk of the important things. However, there was one pretty important bit we did not actually see. One thing I did forget to mention here is if you are in the AoE when those things fall, you do take damage, and I think it's a vulnerability stat. Okay, this is how it should go here. That should be pulled away from the one, like so. Instead of just eating it. Okay, minus 100 Gs. We need to be on either the north or south side right here, and we are going to have a gravity flip. Very important because there's 2 layers no matter what in that middle bit, so I totally messed up my rotation. Please forgive. And yeah, so that's the main things in terms of V2. I was mainly just at minus 100 Gs that we didn't get to see that was worth noting. There's also some other anti-light formations we never got to see. Like here, you do not want to be floating at all. However, the rift is going to pull us in. So we want to, as soon as the twilight goes away, we need to make sure that we float. Get out of the... Yeah, so that's V2. Interesting note, if you're duo, you don't get the single target one there on Holy. I think I knew that, but I forgot it. But I'm still used to doing this on tank, and I always want to go to the tank square here on out of habit. Because at least at the time of recording, this is pretty much the particular fight to do to farm what's known as the tank mount. Because it's one of the fastest ones, and it clearly runs on a exact script. So yeah, and turns out a bunch of level 80 tanks can kill it before anything bad happens. Okay, so yeah, I didn't pay attention to my deck here last time, but that was a forward march, so it's going to make you run forwards. Ideally, you just run into a blue square, if that's possible. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Okay, I'm out. I was out! I was out, game. I have been BS rubbish. Alright, so here's our single targets. But, also this was a unique pattern we didn't actually get to see before Queen's Waltz. Again, blue squares. That was 112k sport. Hello. Return to pace, let's play an escape game. But my acceleration. Will you partake of the game? I shall partake of afternoon tea. So, welcome to the maze. It's always the same pattern, basically. You just have to figure out where in the pattern you started. I took a garbage way, didn't I? I really did. I'm not used to this side, okay? You go this way. No, I don't need to go this way. Shoot. There is actually a timer here, but, yeah. You need to not misread things. This is the way we want to go. And then this way. Yeah. Which way you want to go depends on where you start. I wasn't used to that particular side. Really, you do not see the maze very much. So, panel swap! Also, you come out with invincibility just in case. Look upon these symbols, you'll find them familiar. Got another rivet. I swear if you BS me again, I will be very upset. Steal the block of Sword of Strike across the tail if you choose wisely or pay the price. Okay, I might actually have to pull back on some damage here so we can see more of this. Spellblade fully. Let's have a race. Run as fast as you can. Luckily, being the lady, you can eat that. I'm gonna stab this thing. I'm gonna stab her. So, you have to pay attention here to which way they go. You have to forgive me, I really don't know this part of the fight very well. Because, yeah, you really don't see it much at all. So, so how about this pattern? What is the right answer? Rivet, 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 rivet? Oh, rivet! Rivet, rivet. Those who choose poorly will be duly punished. So yes, that is the one time you want to purposely actually become a frog. I feel like there's nothing else. Yeah, looks like Land Grace for me here. Dimensional Wave, basic AoE. Perfect. Time to see it. But yeah, so that was V3. Do we get the Orchestrion? No, we don't. It's always in the right chest if it drops. So yeah, that was the two main things. I mean, like I said, we didn't get to see the Void Thunder 3 with Xdeath, as well as not seeing Vacuum Slash, but they're just easy. They're just possible to describe. And so these are like entire mechanics, like entire parts of fights that we just didn't get to see. Whereas that was just like bad luck in terms of AI. Anyways, before we go, I have one more thing to do. So, Savage! Starting with Stormblood, they actually started making the Savage fights have, like, very unique phases to them. Namely, the last tier of them, and I can never remember what page this is on. Yeah, so specifically the Xdeath fight, Neo Xdeath comes out. If you know FF5, that's the actual final boss. There's a lot of nonsense with death and placements, and I really suck at the fight. But you do get which means you can also listen to the music at any time. So yeah, you get an outright mount out of completing Xdeath. Or Neo Xdeath, specifically. So yeah, that's the thing that started. I was going to show them, but on the other hand, I kind of don't want to start the precedent of showing the Savage Fights, because that means doing Stormblood Savage Fights, which are Shadowbringers Savage Fights, which I have never touched. Also never touched the last Omega Savage, so yeah. That's that. So thank you for watching this very long video. Oh my goodness. If you enjoyed it, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps me keep being content like this and more. You can find links for that in the description, links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. As I go boing on outright. Yeah. Yep, that's your Omega 4 Savage reward. Guaranteed drop every single time. But yeah. Bye!